Guys, your next comic, one of my favorite people moved here to town the last couple of years to do comedy from Houston, Texas, so a real level up there. I went to middle school there, I'm allowed to say that. He's the co-host of the Shinebox Showcase once a month at the New Movement Theater. Let's hear it for the very funny Tim Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, how are y'all? Thank y'all for coming out. What a crowd this is. This is dope. We got a young Dr. John in the crowd. I don't know what that was. I don't have enough confidence to be an insult comic, so I always do like one and then I just give up on it and then like I find the guy later and apologize. Dude, you got great style. I've been watching a lot of like 70s concert films and my references are fucked up. I like you a lot. But thank y'all so much. This is fun. This is awesome. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's getting mildly drunk. No one's drinking at all. All right, everyone's just staring at me. It's fun. It's good. Woo. I'm trying to grow out my hair right now, which you might be able to tell, but it's in this like weird kind of awkward in-betweener phase where like the bangs aren't always quite long enough to tuck behind the ear. So I'm constantly having to do this all the time. And which I hate because like if you can see my mouth moving, but you can't hear my voice, but you see me do this, like no matter, I could be talking like, oh no, I think like Jainism had a huge influence on Gandhi's philosophy. All you're gonna hear is just straight douchebaggery come out. It's gonna be like, oh no, dude, I mean I love CrossFit. Just think like longboarding is like more of like my original passion, you know. It's a lot to me, you know. I'm very multifaceted, you know. A lot of faucets, like a Home Depot in this bitch. So there we were backstage at Jason Mraz. Kombucha bottle service for me and my boys. Hashtag Young Life. Oh, me? No, I moved out to Austin a few months ago, just trying to disrupt the frisbee golf industry. That joke is tough because like it's infected my personality now. Like it's not even like a choice. Like I was like eating Thanksgiving dinner and she's like, Tim, come in for some turkey. I'm like, oh, what's up? No, Tobin. Tim's not here. Why don't you cut that bird up, bitch? I'm trying to catch some waves later. Fuck. Why did I have to sigh? Fuck. I don't know. Okay. I saw a guy earlier. I was at a gas station this happened tonight, and he's like real tough looking dude, and he had like a leather motorcycle vest on. When he turned to leave, it just said Sons of Anarchy. I was like, you can just rock like clothing from fictional gangs on TV. Like, I didn't know how to do a motorcycle. I didn't know what the rules were. Didn't know you could do that. I want to just start like dressing up like Leonardo DiCaprio from Gangs in New York. I'm here to challenge Bill the Butcher for control of South Lamar in the name of the dead rabbits. I like to get on Craigslist a lot because I just like sell really small stuff. And like I just like people talking to me. I'm like, oh, I got like a used big pen. And we like just talk. But it's a fun thing to do. But I like to troll through and just see what kind of other weird knickknacks people are selling. And a lot of salesmanship on Craigslist. Not a lot of real strong command of the English language. And most people, like their sign-off tagline is like, oh, if interested, call me at this number. If interested, call me at this number. And this guy put, if interesting, call it this number. And I was like, man, I just ripped the bong and took an Adderall. I'm about to be way too interesting. I don't know if you're ready for this. And so I just started texting him. I was like, I've won polo matches on 4 separate continents. When the fancy strikes, I'll do crossword puzzles in Swahili. Despite my shellfish allergy, I served as expert industry consultant on season 4 of America's Deadliest Catch. And he like responded like 5 minutes later with like this like all these @ symbols and exclamation points, like a cartoon character cursing. And said, please no more text without a T at the end. So I gave it up. I let him go. Is anyone's, thank you. Is anyone's roommate listen to Drake? Mine does a lot. And it's weird though, because when your friends listen to Drake and like your walls are real thin, you don't always know they're listening to Drake, and you think they're just like complaining about you out loud. As a roommate. Oh, fame changed you. You never rinse out the sink when you're done doing shit in it. Thought I loved you. Nothing was the same. You think like college-age Cherokee women go around parties telling people that they're 1/16th artistic white bitch trying to sound interesting? That happens. I'm 1/16th artistic white bitch. I was gonna say it again just so you didn't have to. Did you hear this guy? What the thing he just said? There's a lot of weird, people get weird in bathrooms. I don't know what's up with that. Like normal social cues just kind of go by the wayside and people just get animalistic and just fucking, I don't know, impatient. I don't know what it is, but I was in a bathroom the other day and I'm at this urinal right here and a guy's at this urinal and then there's a guy in the stall. It's a full bathroom. And this guy just walks in. It's like, total fucking cockfest in here. And then just leaves. This is a men's bathroom. I hope that's how he approaches day-to-day life. When things work out exactly as they should. He's just disgusted. Walking up to the freezer. This fucking water got all hard again. Hey, Steve! How was Tokyo? Fucking Asians everywhere. I like how falling is an acceptable form of death for old people. So you just live your whole life and that's just the end of your story. She lost an 80-year battle to nature's most patient hunter. Gravity, yeah, gravity. Are you reading the kid? You can see the reflection of the teleprompter, can't you? You're spoiling the crowd. Is this your first time on Conan? Is this? Lost Gram last winter to the Big C. Cancer? Oh, no. Clumsiness. Sorry. I am from, Duncan said, I'm from Houston. That's it's partially true. I'm from the suburbs of Houston. I'm from Humble. And I had to go back kind of recently to get my, you don't mean that. You're from Humble? Oh, okay. That's also in Texas. What? Oh, shit. You mean you're not from Mississippi, too? What? We're like kindred spirits, you and I. What a strange cosmic highway that led to this interaction. Who knew you're from the state that everyone's in right now? What? We're going to remember this. I remember being at the comedy show. They also had a municipal government. Speaking my language. I was at the DMV in Humble, though, but it could have been Lufkin. DMV is very similar. You can just pick up a DMV and just put it anywhere. Fuck it, I was in Lufkin. I was at the Lufkin DMV. I was like, Jesus, they don't make DMVs like they do in Lufkin. What is this? Smells fresher. This is good. So I was at the DMV, and in front of me was this young black man in his Navy service dress, and behind me was this old white guy, and he had like one of those black like VFW hats with like the gold letters on it. I served in Korea. It was a real war. Like or something. They like greet you at Walmart. So we were sitting there, and it was kind of quiet. No need for him to say anything. And he just kind of peeps around the line. He's like, Navy, huh? It's like this low, weird, racist grumble. And the guy's like, yes, sir. Just on a little R&R. Proud to serve. Navy sure has changed a lot since I was in it. I was like, oh, there's no place for that. That's pretty disagreeable what's going on there. But before I can even like address it, this young guy just turns around and was like, yes, sir, it has changed quite a bit. You know, for instance, no more don't ask, don't tell. So if you joined today, you wouldn't have to lie about being a faggot. I was like, whoa! Too much! You did too much! And it made me like instinctually just like jump to this guy's rescue and say a sentence that I've never said before in my life. And I said, hey there, sailor. Why don't you take it easy on this old racist? There's a new sheriff in town. He's got a real murky moral hierarchy. Never knowing what that guy's thinking. I feel weird about using too much water when I wash my dishes. So I made this new thing where it's just like a plastic cutout of an oil-covered bird, and it has a hole in the middle where you can put your dishes while you scrub them. Check that out. It's pretty good. So dumb. I don't know. Not environmentalism, that joke. Environmentalism is cool. If you wash birds, keep doing it. So we got sexers. People do sex in here. We got sexers. Couple sexers. You sex? Dang! You gave me one of these. Was it loaded? What's? You got a CHL there, Tiger? Okay. I like sex. Sex can be a little weird. I was with a girl when I was in Houston. Actually, that's why I moved, because I wrote this joke. But we were sexing. We were I don't know how to describe it. Like her back was to like my abdomen, and we're just doing like an eel. We were just eeling it. Little sexual sea eels riding the waves of love. And so we're doing this, and in the heat of the moment, she just kind of turns to me in this really like distressed whisper. She's like, "Have you ever come inside someone before?" I was like, someone? It's not even gender specific. It just, no. In fact, I've actively avoided it every time. Like, don't want to do that. And then in that same whisper, she's like, well, I have a hereditary genetic disorder where I can't get pregnant. So if you were ever going to, like, now's kind of your chance. I'm like, what the fuck? What? And my mind's racing. I'm thinking about coming, so I know I've only got 20 seconds. I'm like, what do I do? Do I want to be a dad? Do I want to be an accepting lover? What's going on? And I'm just stressing, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And I just pull out with this faint whimper, and then just shoot like a little sad face on her thigh. And she just turns and looks at me in the eyes and goes, you have trust issues. I was like, trust it? That's how you measure someone's trust? Whether they're willing to pull the trigger in the heat of the moment or not? Or you Christopher Walken in The Deer Hunter? It's one shot! Just one shot. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Try to tell a condensed version of this story real quick because it can get kind of long. So I'm from Humble. I played. Before I start the story, give it up for Duncan, and no, just Duncan. Just give it up for Duncan. Just now, give it up for Brendan K. O'Grady. Give it up for Sure Thing. I love this show. It's so awesome to do. I'll try to get out of here quick. Okay, so I played football in high school. I was on the team. I never really played. But it was great because I got to meet one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life. And I don't know if you've ever... He was my wide receivers coach Ahmad Roper. I don't know if you've ever met someone who just had their dreams just crushed down and just like into like a small ball of coal where their heart should be, but it's great because they never let it go and they really impart a lot of wisdom. This guy was supposed to be in the NFL, but he blew out his knee in the last game of his college career and had to settle for coaching kids like me who had no interest in his whole life's passion. It's great. And I'm not sure if he ever let it go, judging from statements like the first time we ever met him. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to high school football. Coach Amada Ropa. As you may or may not have heard, I'm one of the fastest human beings of all time. And he would always like relate like any story you told him back to himself. Like he'd find you in the hall. He's like, "Oh, what's up, Tim? Man, I heard you got the algebra test coming up, man. Be careful with that, man. That's tough, man. All them symbols. Don't let that stress get you down, man. I know a thing or two about stress." Remember, I was a kid. I was riding the bus, and I got off, and these dogs were chasing me. I felt terrible, man. For them dogs, baby, I'm too fast. Come on now. Come on now. Chop, 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 chop. But he was always real coy. We were like, "Coach, where are you from with that accent, man?" And he'd always give us real shady witness protection-y kind of answers. He's like, "Coach, where are you from?" He's like, "What accent, baby?" Like, come on, the accent's like, "Accent, man, I'm from Houston, Texas, born and raised." That's why I say y'all. It sounds exactly like you guys. All right, guys, thank y'all so much. Have a great night.
Tim Williams, everybody, let